All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025. Leave Pro Set Metal Football Super to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save it to the seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we go live on eBay Live. Also mentioned no purchase necessary. Link down in the description. Hope everyone's having a good start to their weekend. We're almost to the point where there's actual good sports on. Not counting the Hall of Fame game, that was not good football. Keep going. Jordan Davison, box number 1, 14 out of 100. And Bryce Underwood, 2 of 100. Nick Nash, 1 of 1. Justin Thurman, 1 of 1. Dylan Jones, 7 of 20. Maybe Mettower, 3 of 10. Giles Jackson, 2 of 3. Nick Nash, 2 of 5. Jaden Wilson, 11 of 15. Jack Endries, 1 of 1. Jaden Bow, 4 of 7. And Kate Klubnik, 3 of 5. People are really hot and played. Without God, there is nothing. Neiman Lawrence, 27 out of 100. Andrew Marsh, 81 of 100. And consistency is key for Faison Brandon, 86 of 100. Bo Collins, 1 of 1. Joe Montana, 17 of 20. Blake Corum, 1 of 1. Michael Hawkins Jr., 1 of 5. Xavier Restrepo, 7 of 9. Roman Wilson, 1 of 10. Dylan Sampson, 4 of 5. Achilles Smith Jr., 1 of 1. Amarian Hampton, 21 of 25. And DJ Lagway, 5 of 8. Diego Pavia, 182 out of 1,000. Bryce Underwood, 76 of 100. Sam Levitt, 1 of 1. John Taylor, 1 of 3. Baron Sorrell, 3 of 8. Tyler Cherry, 1 of 15. Elizabeth Bentley IV, 4 of 10. Jeray Tank Hawkins, 2 of 5. Alvin Mathea, 1 of 1. Antoine Wells Jr., 1 of 1. Gunnar Stockton, 8 of 15. And Faison Brandon, 5 of 8. Box number 4. Mr. Air Show, Neiman Lawrence, 97 out of 100. All glory to God, Faison Brandon, 92 out of 100. Mark Brunell, 1 of 1. Rashad Amos, 1 of 20. Zion Chris, 13 of 25. Benjamin Hall, 7 of 10. Lawrence Arnold, 18 of 20. Justice Haynes, 2 of 20. Damian Martinez, 4 of 25. Omarion Miller, 1 of 1. Austin Simmons, 1 of 8. And Wonderful Champ Mons, 5 of 5. Diego Pavia, 500 out of 1,000. And DJ Lagway, 27 out of 100. France Harkinson, 1 of 1. Ethan Hampton, 5 of 5. Elijah Brown, 6 of 9. Jeremiah McClellan, 6 of 8. Luke McCaffrey, 4 of 9. Jamari Miller, 5 of 7. Mason Holtz-Claw, 21 of 25. Eric Singleton Jr., 1 of 1. Matthew Golden, 1 of 1. And dual auto, 1 of 1. Joe Montana and Dan Marino. Boom. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have either of those guys. Youngest in charge, Neiman Lawrence, 79 out of 100. OU football over any football. Jane O'Neal, 40 out of 100. And Believe, Faison Brandon, 19 out of 100. Thurman Thomas, 1 of 1. 5 of 5, Chris Brazzell. Grant Gray, 9 of 10. Josh Kelly, 5 of 5. Malachi Coleman, 22 of 25. Hank Brown, 16 of 20. Daniel Jackson, 5 of 25. James Simon, 1 of 1. Jerome Miles, 3 of 10. And Cam Ward, 10 of 10. Jaden O'Neal, love to love, 43 of 100. Andrew Marsh, 88 of 100. And DJ Lagway, 12 of 100. DeMar Hamlin, 1 of 1. Robert Lewis, 8 of 10. Trayvon Diggs, 2 of 8. Billy Edwards Jr., 6 of 10. Isaiah Horton, 2 of 20. Elijah Olkey, 5 of 20. Ali Jennings, 6 of 7. 1 of 1, Jackson Arnold. Ryan Wingo, 15 of 15. And Pro Set Platinum, 1 of 1 for Cam Coleman. Final box of the break. Good luck, everybody. Diego Pavia, 688 out of 1,000. Jordan Davison, confidence through preparation, 72 out of 100. And use pain into power, Jaden O'Neal, 8 of 100. Jalen Daniels, 1 of 1. Eric Singleton Jr., 18 of 25. Javre Barber, 6 of 10. Daquan Felton, 17 of 25. Ra Thomas, 1 of 5. Omari Miller, 6 of 7. Braylon Russell, 18 of 25. Cam Ward, 1 of 1. Diego Pavia, 5 of 7. And Harlem Berry to close us out, 15 of 15. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then we'll take care of our random. Up next, we have 2024 Leaf Collective Multisport, so stay tuned for that if you're in that break as well. For the hits, Nick Nash, Justin Thurman, Dylan Jones, maybe Matt Tower, Giles Jackson, Nick Nash, Jaden Wilson, Jack Endries, Jaden Bow, Cade Klubnik, Bo Collins, Joe Montana, Blake Corum, Michael Hawkins Jr., Xavier Restrepo, Roman Wilson, Dylan Sampson, Achilles Smith Jr., Omarion Hampton, DJ Lagway, Sam Levitt, John Taylor, Baron Sorrell, Tyler Cherry, Elizabeth IV, Jeray Tank Hawkins, Alvin Bethea, Antoine Wallace Jr., Gunnar Stockton, Faison Brandon, Mark Brunell, Rashad Amos, Zion Chris, Benjamin Hall, Lawrence Arnold, Justice Haynes, Damian Martinez, Omari Miller, Austin Simmons, Wonderful Champ Mons, France Argenton, Ethan Hampton, Elijah Brown, Jeremiah McClellan, Luke McCaffrey, Jamari Miller, Mason Holtz-Claw, Eric Singleton Jr., Matthew Golden, Thurman Thomas, Chris Brazzell, Grant Gray, Josh Kelly, Malachi Coleman, Hank Brown, Daniel Jackson, James Simon, Jerome Miles, Cam Ward, DeMar Hamlin or Robert Lewis, Trayvon Diggs, Billy Edwards, Isaiah Horton, Elijah Olkey, Ollie Jennings, Jackson Arnold, Ryan Wingo, and Cam Coleman. Jalen Daniels, Eric Singleton Jr., Jabir Barber, DeQuan Felton, Rara Thomas, Amari Miller, Braylon Russell, Cam Ward, Diego Pavia, and Harlan Berry. Jordan Davison, Bryce Underwood, Neiman Lawrence, Andrew Marsh, Faison Brandon, Diego Pavia, Bryce Underwood, Neiman Lawrence, Faison Brandon, Diego Pavia, DJ Lagway, Neiman Lawrence, Jaden O'Neal, Faison Brandon, Jaden O'Neal, Andrew Marsh, DJ Lagway, Diego Pavia, Jordan Davison, Jaden O'Neal. And headed to random.org. Dual auto 1 of 1, Joe Montana and Dan Marino. Alright, that is it for football. Thank you guys again for being here, being part of the break. Gonna head to random.org real quick and knock this thing out. And then we are on to 2024 Leaf Collective Multisport. Get you guys back here in a minute. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gotta roll some dice. Gonna be through a high to be valid for us. We're gonna go 6 times on the random, starting off with, well, not starting off with, but only Joe Montana and Dan Marino. That is 4 times. 5 times. There we go. 1 plus 5 is 6. Final roll. Joe Montana coming out on top. Congratulations. That's a beauty. All right. We're on to 2024 Leaf Collective Multisport here in a second. Going to get that set up and good to go. Then we'll be back with you and give or take 2 minutes. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm Beads. You got one case of 2024 Leaf Collective Multisport to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know when we go live on eBay Live. Also, you don't forget to link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Bob Lilly and Archie Griffin, 1 of 1s. Anthony Munoz, 1 of 8. Walt Frazier, 4 of 7. And dual auto, Pete Rose. Oh, triple auto. Wow. Pete Rose, Barry Larkin, and Ellie De La Cruz. Nice. That'll be added to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have any of those 3 guys. Andre Rison and Dominic Hasek, 1 of 1s. Dominique Wilkins, 6 of 7. Coco Beware, 1 of 1. And Don Mattingly, 8 of 10. Tanya Harding, Syed Yakub Kakramanov, 1 of 1s. Jamie Moyer, 2 of 8. Donnie Shell, 1 of 4. And Ellie De La Cruz, 4 of 4. Dylan Gabriel and Arena Sabalenka, 1 of 1s. Billy Wagner, 10 of 10. Adam Oates, 7 of 10. And Terry Bradshaw, 3 of 8. Box number 4. Tony Perez, 1 of 1. Tyler Hook, Center Shio, 1 of 1. Mike Rozier, 1 of 2. Kendrick Perkins, 1 of 2. And Ronaldo Nazario, 1 of 1 for R9. Dustin Poirier and Jalen McMillan, 1 of 1s. Timothy Weah, 6 of 6. Nazem Sadikov, 4 of 6. And Mario Lemieux, 3 of 4. Did I do Pro Set already? We did. And you'll be a happy camper when you see it. I noticed you asked for Cam Coleman. I was like, I don't think he's in that. I think he might be talking about Pro Set, but didn't want to jump the gun on it. Travis Hunter and John Morant, 1 of 1s. Johnny Damon, 8 of 10. Shaquille O'Neal, 8 of 8. Magic Johnson, 7 of 7. Box number 8. Michael B. Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal, 1 of 1s. Noah Fafita, 7 of 7. Fernando Torres, 6 of 10. and Mark McGuire, 3 of 10. You hit Cam? I believe so. Box number 9. Phil Foden. And Jim McMahon, 1 of 1s. Paul Krause, 3 of 6. Paul O'Neill, 2 of 5. And redemption, Steph Curry, auto. Boom. That's nice. And final box of the break. Box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Godfather. And Dave Casper, 1 of 1s. Irving Fryer, 1 of 7. Benedict Mathurin, 1 of 2. And Reggie Jackson, Eddie Murray, 8 of 10, dual auto. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. As always, go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick. Then we'll take care of our 2 randoms. For the hits, Bob Lilly, Archie Griffin, Anthony Munoz, Andre Rison, Dominic Hasek, Dominic Wilkins, Don Mattingly, Donnie Shell, Ellie De La Cruz, Dylan Gabriel, Arena Sabalenka, Billy Wagner, Adam Oates, Dustin Poirier, Fernando Torres, Godfather, Dave Casper, and Benedict Mathurin. Coco Beware, Jamie Moyer, Mike Rozier, Kendrick Perkins, Jalen McMillan, Nazem Sadikov, Mario Lemieux, John Morant, Johnny Damon, Magic Johnson, Michael B. Jordan, Noah Fafita, Mark McGuire, Phil Foden, Jim McMahon, Paul Krause, Paul O'Neill, and Irving Fryer. Walt Frazier, Tanya Harding, Said Yakub Kakramanov, Terry Bradshaw, Tony Perez, Tyler Hook, Center Shia, Ronaldo Nazario, Tim Whale, Travis Hunter, Shaquille O'Neal, and Steph Curry. And headed to random.org, we've got a dual auto, Reggie Jackson and Eddie Murray, 8 of 10. And triple auto, Pete Rose, Ellie De La Cruz, and Barry Larkin, 1 of 1. All right, that is it for Multisport. We are on to 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century here in a few minutes. Gonna head to random.org real quick and knock these 2 guys out. Catch you guys back here in a second. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to be 3 or higher to be valid for us. We're going to go 9 times on the random, starting off with Reggie Jackson and Eddie Murray. That is 8 times. Final row. Eddie Murray coming out on top. Congratulations. And for the triple, Pete Rose, Barry Larkin, and Ellie De La Cruz. 1 of 1. That is 8 times for the rope. Pete Rose staying on top. Congratulations. All right, we'll be back with 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century at the top of the hour. Catch you guys back here in a few minutes. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and eBay Live. Also, to mention no purchase essay, link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Marissa Tomei and Andrew Garfield. Start us off with press proofs. Drake Bell, 4/5. Joe Gorga, 8/10. Thomas Jane, 4/4. And Jillian Murphy, 1/1. Box number 2. Megan Eugenio and Ashley Eckstein. Haley Atwell, 3/3. Dave East, 17/25. Lara Flynn Boyle, 19/25. And dual auto, Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana, 1/1. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have either of them. Danny Elfman and Mel Gibson. Joey Fatone, 8/20. Famke Janssen, 6/8. Selma Blair, 5/6. And Christy Swanson, 2/4. Will you be doing any older pop? Yes, we will. We've got 2 cases of 2024 that should be here next week, and then a case of 2023 as well. So those will be running sometime later into the month. So if that's your cup of tea, stick around. We got you. John Bernthal and Robert Carradine. Melissa Gilbert, 3/8. Susie Quattro, 2/10. Tom Berenger, 7/10. And Sarah Michelle Gellar, 252 out of 500. Alan Ritson and dual press proof for Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick. David Harris, 4/4. Rose McGowan, 10/10. Morena Buchanan, 1/3. And Paul Rudd, 2/4. Box number 6. Robin Thicke and Benedict Cumberbatch. Dolph Lundgren, 5/10. Oriani, 2/3. Mark Wahlberg, 1/1. And Heather Locklear, 6/10. Ben Stiller, and Katie Seagal. Josh Gad, 2 of 5. Dermot Mulroney, 2 of 5. Bradley Whitford, 2 of 2. And Alec Baldwin, 2 of 6. William Shatner, and Nick Castle. Sean Young, 4 of 6. Vera Farmiga, 5 of 6. Michael Beck, 1 of 1. And Gina Lee Nolan, Nicole Eggert, Tracy Bingham, 1 of 1 triple auto. That will also be headed to random.org, so stay tuned. You will have any of those 3 ladies. Box number 9. Emmy Yazbek and Helen Hunt. Chaz Palminteri, 1 of 5. Pete Best, 15 of 15. Mystery Redemption for the Mystery Redemption spot. And Boca Pedro, on card inscribed, Efren Ramirez, 130 out of 150. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Alyssa Milano and Patrick Stewart. Gina Lee Nolan, 4 of 5. Jamie Presley, 9 of 15. Karen Gillan, 3 of 3. And William Shatner, 2 of 2. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. As always, go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, and we'll take care of our randoms. For the hits, Andrew Garfield, Drake Bell, Cillian Murphy, Ashley Eckstein, Haley Atwell, Dave East, Danny Elfman, Famke Janssen, Alan Richardson, David Harris, Benedict Cumberbatch, Dolph Lundgren, Heather Locklear, Ben Stiller, Dermot Mulroney, Bradley Whitford, Alec Baldwin, Amy Osbeck, Helen Hunt, Chaz Palminteri, Mystery Redemption, Efren Ramirez, Alyssa Milano, and Gina Lee Nolan. Marissa Tomei, Joe Gorga, Megan Eugenio, Laura Flynn Boyle, Mel Gibson, Joey Fatone, Chrissy Swanson, John Bernthal, Melissa Gilbert, Marina Bakarin, Paul Rudd, Oriani, Mark Wahlberg, Katie Seagal, Josh Gad, Nick Castle, Michael Beck, Pete Best, Patrick Stewart, Jamie Presley, and Karen Gillan. Thomas Jane, Selma Blair, Robert Carradine, Susie Quattro, Tom Berenger, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Rose McGowan, Robin Thicke, William Shatner, Sean Young, Vera Farmiga, and William Shatner. And headed to random.org. Dual prize proof, Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick. Dual auto, Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana. And triple auto, Gina Lee Nolan, Nicole Eggert, and Tracy Bingham. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank you guys again for being here on a Saturday. Hopefully we got your weekend started off right. Let's go to random.org real quick and knock these 3 out. We'll be back with that in just a second. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to 3 hard to be valid for us. Gonna go 10 times on each random, starting off with Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick, dual press proof. That is 9 times. Final roll. Joey Fatone. Dual auto 1 of 1, Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana. That is 9 times. Final roll. Chris Pine staying on top. Congratulations. And finally, triple auto 1 of 1. Gina Lee Nolan, Nicole Eggert, and Tracy Bingham. That is 9 times. Final roll. Tracy Bingham coming out on top. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank you guys again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. We look forward to having you all back in here sometime soon. Have a great rest of your weekend. Till next, everybody.